You ever wonder if these oil palm land settlement scheme tenders are a scam? I used to think they were legit until I got caught up in the system myself. And let me tell you, it's not as straightforward as it looks on paper. So here I am in this old beaten up green frog of a vehicle, if you know you know, headed towards Sorovi. Driving at this pace, I kept thinking any minute now we could get held up by antisocials. That's the polite way of saying gangs. It's part of life out here as the gap between the haves and the have-nots keeps stretching wider. It's either that or entitled mentality at work. We drove through Irigi, one of the estates owned by Higatoro Oil Palm Limited or HOPL. Out here where oil palm grows, feeder roads follow. They're not perfect, but they make it just possible to get the harvests picked up from the farm gate. 2 years ago, in my very first vlog, I was out searching for an oil palm block to buy. Fast forward second year, I finally got one. But today, third year, I'm still not on that land. The courts have kept me waiting with adjournment after adjournment. If you're funding yourself, you'll understand how draining that gets on both your pocket and your patience. This block I bought was part of an oil palm land settlement scheme being disposed of by a bank through public tender. Sounds simple. Company disposes property, new buyers come in, right? Well, not quite. See, caretakers already on the block can apply for the same tender and they are actually given priority. However, most of them don't have the finances and so continue living on it fully aware that the property has been sold. Usually they expect the new owner to compensate them for their efforts for the duration of their stay. Don't forget, they did benefit financially from that effort. Consistent income every fortnight. It's a no-brainer that intentional effort is a way of life. People knowingly do that for self-sustaining purposes. Now you as the new owner must be penalized for someone's efforts for their own survival. Like it's your fault they had to put effort to keep alive. Even up to the time that the new owner hasn't moved in yet, caretakers still harvest and sell the oil palm using someone else's smallholder card. Their selling cards cancel out when a change of ownership advisory is sent to the HOPL Small Growers Office by the local town OPIC or Oil Palm Industry Corporation. I mean, it's understandable that all this comes as expenses of eviction, which is a normal occurrence in PNG scenarios. Now back on the road, we avoided the main highway. It's almost impassable, and instead went through 3 estate feeder roads, Istambogo, Irigi, and Epa. When I got to Sorovi, I thought I'd just check on a block that mutual friends had told me about. They believed it was vacant, but when I arrived, there was someone there. He called himself the caretaker, said he'd been living on that block for 8 years, claimed he had the title and statutory declaration. I kept quiet. On my phone, I had the true copy of the title and the statutory declaration. He was bluffing. Still in the back of my mind, I wondered, had I missed something? Did my friend not update me on a recent change? Later, a local who had tagged along told me the truth. The so-called caretaker wasn't even from around here. He had only recently moved in with a relative nearby. The block had been empty until he decided to claim it. And that's the common story with this 99-year-old oil palm land settlement schemes being disposed of through tender. Caretakers, delays, disputes. For the new owners, it means income is held up, opportunities wasted. Most caretakers, whether they're legal or not, don't have the funds to get proper documentation. And without that, HOPL won't let them sell fresh fruit bunches under their own name. So what do? They sell under someone else's smallholder card. and then pay a cut for using it. And also, without a title, no one gets in on HOPL replanting programs. Politicians have started stepping into helping caretakers, often next of kins, bypass the long processes that the rest of us are forced to follow. Paying arrears, transferring titles, it gets waved through. Must be nice, right? So what does that leave us with? Public tender sounds fair, but in reality it often puts genuine buyers at a disadvantage. Caretaker issues delay development, block income, and turn the process into something that feels like a scam. Maybe what PNG really needs is new agricultural leases through the Lands Department. But even then, much of the land zoned for agriculture is already occupied by illegal settlements. Customary land that's still being sold illegally because it means cash up front for the landowners. That's the cycle, and it's what some people are caught up in. Anyway, that's enough for this one. You'll probably hear from me again in the new year, once I recover from the trauma of reliving these headaches, just to write up this story.